Well, I've got to say, it's impressive, isn't it? Aren't they mind-blowing? Well, we're back with Ugears, and therefore, Dasha, lovely to work with you again.
Amazing.
Do you know what? We had a brilliant hour earlier. We were so busy, and this is the first time we ever showcased this fantastic brand. But before we get into what we got on the show, tell us a bit about Ugears, Dasha.
Oh, absolutely. I love telling about it again,
yes.
and over, anytime you like. Because it's an amazing story. So can you imagine this guy in Ukraine?
Yes.
Where, by the way, our production is based. So it's like continental Europe.
Lovely.
Yeah. So can you imagine this guy? And he's like not afraid to follow his dreams. So he has this passion for like crafts and like working with wood, like plywood. Yes. And at home, on his own, like he created a kind of prototype of this one.
Wow. So this is model making full stop is his passion. That was his passion.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, his idea was that, first of all, why do they need to be like stationary? All the kids that you construct, they need to move and produce motion, and no glue.
Right.
So the gears attach to each other.
That is incredible. That really is incredible. So there's no glue or anything in here. Now, to look at that, you think, that looks amazing. Let's have another look, because already it's beautiful, but then, wait, can I do it?
Of course you can. This is lovely. Always you
This is brilliant. Wait till I see this. So it looks beautiful. Are we seeing this? We can see that? So then, when I push it down, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful.
I love you doing this. I really love you doing this.
Well, it feels like a well-oiled machine. I can't describe it. Unfortunately, you can only see it. You can't do this at home. But it is very satisfying to do. But you can just see the mechanics, the development that's gone into the physics, the engineering there is very commendable. So just remind us, we don't need any glue. Does everything we need come in the kit?
Everything you need is in the kit. And you don't need any special tools, anything to assemble. Everything is there, just plywood with details, laser cut, push them out, and you assemble this beauty.
So we don't need a degree in physics for this, do we?
No. As I said, I can do it, everybody can do it, trust me. And I'm like not just saying.
Well, do you know, why would you say this is different from other brands on the market? Why would you say?
So the connection of the gears, first of all, it's glueless. So no glue don't need any glue, right? No. So, and you put them together and they work. They're not static. They produce motion on their own without any glue or electricity.
And even if I let it go, look at that, it just finds its original place.
Absolutely.
It's a wonderful kit, and I've got to say, I know it's a small point to make, but I do love the packaging, because I'm thinking if you're giving this as a gift, it might be for yourself, it might be for a younger age group, which I think this really appeals to.
Oh, absolutely. We do say in the packaging 14 plus.
Sure.
But mind you, a lot of parents are buying them for their kids, and they assemble them together, and 10 years old can do it better than I can.
Really? Oh, there we go. It's good to admit that. That's nice. If I can do it, your pet can do it. Now, again, it is good for kids, I'd say, because you don't need craft knives, you don't need hot glue guns, nothing like this. It's all packaged. And, do you know what? I love everything from the branding to the actual style of the box. It's such a lovely, smart piece. £22.99 is the price for all of this. So it's this one kit there, and you can just see on there, it's 432659 is your item number. Again, if you would like this, 40% of the entire stock has gone, over 40% has now gone. Before we move on, I do just want to show you a quick shot of this packaging, because you can just see on here, on the actual card, it's absolutely beautiful. Take a look at that. So presenting someone with this, easy to wrap up as well, of course. If you do order this today, this will be delivered well in time for Christmas. There's even time for it to arrive, and then build it if you want to get the finished piece. But you know, we've got so many ideas what you can use this for. We'll go through them as we go on to this live hour. But you know what, we've got other kits to go through. So this one is the treasure box, and it's 432659 for your item number. We've got a video to show this as well. Let's take a look at this. Now, with this video, it just goes to show other ways you can use this, doesn't it, Dasha?
Oh, absolutely. We will first see how you can open it the
business
other way
cards,
as well.
Like it?
Yeah. I use it for cards. I use it for business cards.
It's nice, yes.
Yeah, and you know, this motion that you like so much, every time I just ask a person, oh, if you want to take a card, if you want to take my business card, do open it. And they are sold straight away.
And I think for embellishments, if it's for little bits and pieces like, you know, like drawing pins, paper clips, it might be just a selection of bits and pieces like for your sewing machine accessories you might want to put inside there.
Yeah, absolutely. It keeps all those little bits and pieces in one place because you can never find them, can you?
No, exactly. They're always there, aren't they?
Yeah.
Little bits and pieces, but like maybe spare keys there. You never know.
Spare keys is a good one.
Be nice in there, or you keep it by the back door, by the front door, and write little notes, write messages for people before you go. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
well,
that's good.
Now we've got this, over 40% of the stock has gone. We've also got this option for you. Now, this design is what we call the mechanical flower. Now, before I open it up, you can just see the work, the detail is incredible. And these are all laser cut, are they?
Absolutely. And the laser cut precision, it doesn't allow, you know, it's like 0.1, it can be like, you know, deviation on the actual cut. So it's so precise. There's a lot of work going into actually, you know, cutting them.
Yes, yes.
Like mathematical calculations.
Oh,
so
I bet it is. It's physics. There's a lot of physics in here.
Absolutely. So they can be very educational when you assemble them as well.
I bet it could be, actually.
Yeah.
And that is a good point, actually. Rather than kids, if you want to pull them away from the telly, not Ho Channel, obviously, you can still watch that. but playing video games, perhaps. Now, you haven't seen the best beer. This looks fantastic. Shall I do it again? Would you like the honours or shall I?
No, you do it.
Right, here we go. Let me lift this up. Now, are we ready for this? Right. You've got the base there. Hold the base, and then if I turn this, look at that.
Ta-da! I do the sound, right? Ta-da!
Shall I do it again? Right, here we go. Let me open it up. Then after 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da!
Look at that. It is. Look at all the mechanics that's moving inside there. Look at that. That is absolutely extraordinary. Now, we've got the ballerina. Does that come with it?
Yes. And you also have like a little handle for your bracelet, so you can choose.
I see. So you can store a watch in there. You can put bracelets inside
Totally.
there. You can put rings over the ballerina's arms
Yeah,
as
and
well.
that looks so cute as well.
I bet it does. So I'm literally holding the base, moving. It's like a big cog down there. Look at that. That is absolutely incredible. That's such commendable engineering work we've done, and it's brilliant. And there's the actual base there.
And isn't it all in the name, like mechanical flower? So it's like physics and kinetics, mechanics, and then it's a flower.
And nature.
Yes.
Technology and nature. That's a lovely thing, actually. It's intriguing. I mean, films have been based on that concept, you know. It's very clever, and you can just see it when you're studying. I bet this is a big talking point for guests.
Oh, absolutely. Can you imagine telling your guests, I have assembled that, and they're like, no way.
Yeah,
and
no
then
way.
You're like, yes, I have actually.
I bet it is. And take a look at that. Look at all the layers.
Can you imagine what a great present it is if you have a dancer, friend, granddaughter, daughter?
Oh, yes, now you're talking. I mean, as gifts, a perfect idea. Whether you actually want to make it like this is really worth it as a present. But if you want to give the gift itself, and then they can build it.
Yeah.
By the way, not that it's a waste, because it's all about the pleasure, it's the hobby of crafting it. But how long would you say it takes you to make that?
I would say 2 hours.
2 hours.
But like, don't be like, you know, dispirited if it takes you a week.
Well, I think it's nice. 10 minutes a day, you know, draw it out a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. A new hobby?
A new hobby, absolutely. Well, it's brought to you by Ugears, a fantastic company. The first time we've ever had Dasha, and a fantastic brand here. I just love this, because sometimes you think model making, a bit of a niche, but do you know what? This is contemporary, it's modernised. I love what they've done here. Well, £26.99, 490 836. That's your item number. This one is the mechanical flower. Again, that's £26.99. All these are brand new to Hochanda today. Speaking of the mechanical flower, let's have a look at it in action right here as well. Again, this could be on the side of your dresser table. It could be on a mantelpiece. It could be in your bay window. And again, the ballerina, it all comes included. And the other one we're about to see right now, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So I love the ballerina, but the other one, which we'll see in a minute, the bracelet handle, is actually very useful as that. Look at that.
Yeah.
So the bracelet, watch, and then maybe like your rings there as well.
Yes.
So everything like in one place, actually.
Well, if you bought someone a new watch or a friendship bracelet with that inside, that's a special thing, isn't
great.
it?
It is actually.
It'd be really impressive. Now then, we're busy for all of those already. This is very, very impressive. Now, this is just physics. This is engineering we got. Yeah. What do we call this one?
Well, it's a steam train.
It's the steam train.
Which is based on one of the Industrial Revolution steam trains.
Right, wow.
So it's like the small scale, kind of small, not that small.
I couldn't sit on that.
Yeah.
Well, I could, but well, we're going to be good. But this is it's a piece of history we're celebrating here.
Oh, absolutely. And you know that, here in UK, like steam locomotives are big.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, yes.
It's like that era, like Victorian era.
Still celebrated, isn't it?
Still celebrated, very much, very much.
We can celebrate it with this. And shall I pick it up? Can you have a little look at it?
Yeah, you do. You play with them.
The working part in here is absolutely magnificent. Now, just take a look at all these different bits and pieces. Isn't that incredible? So all these different bits, they're all working parts. And again, you can actually wind it up and can actually travel as well. We'll show you that in a second. But you just turn one wheel, it all moves together.
Yeah, we just say that, the gear work, it's spellbinding in a way. You'll see it in a second, and you saw it in the videos.
Yes.
When they move, you just can't take your eyes off them.
But to say someone that this was made using no glue, and I've got to, it's sturdy, it's proper solid kit, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And was there a reason why they chose plywood?
Oh, yeah, it's natural.
Yes, of course.
And it can be composted or recycled.
Of course.
After years and years and years of usage.
That's nice to know. And of course, it's strong as well. It's plywood, it's incredibly strong as well.
And you can see, like this one, because plywood can come in different thicknesses. Like this one is really thick.
Yes. Oh, it is, isn't it? It really is. Well, now we get these two carriages right here. So this is the tender. We get the main locomotive, we get the tender, and also we do get the track as well, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Absolutely. So you get all these three, which is one kit.
Yeah. Now, of course, we call it mechanical. So if it was just that, that's impressive. But there's another wow factor. This is what's so special about this kit for me. There's moving parts. So it's kinetic. So now we've got some little details over here. Can you talk to us through this?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we're all about detail. So there's this little letter here where you can push it in, you can push it out, and then the passengers need to get in. So you push the letter out, open the door.
There's a little door.
You climb in there. Actually, it's the driver's place.
The driver's place?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
You don't want to go in there, you might get arrested. You're the driver.
Yeah.
Now, can I open this little hatch here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at that.
So if you want to check what's going on there, you just go inside there.
Oh, lovely. Now, of course, we've got an elastic. Is that an elastic band?
Yes, and you'll see it in the tram when we open it later on.
Right.
This is how it works. So no electricity, just the elastic band.
Can we wind that up now? We're allowed to do it. Come on, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So this actually moves on its own. So how do we do this? What are you doing here?
So, yeah, I'm just pushing this in so it locks. Let me check that it's in the place. Yes, it is in the right place.
Nice.
And then we just do this. Shall we close the door?
Oh, let's close the door.
Yeah, so the driver is safe.
Okay. We don't want it falling out now, do we? Here we go. So you just wind it like that?
Hey.
Okay.
Do you think it's enough? I think it's enough.
Is that enough? Right,
Yeah.
shall I put it on the counter?
Yeah.
Should we see it go? Yeah, let's see it go.
Let's do that.
Right, now I just have to release that bit,
Yes,
don't I?
just that bit.
Right, here we go.
And
now
we probably need to catch it because...
Well, if it falls off, that might be quite embarrassing. And like, oh
happens
gosh, I bet you'll say. So there we go. So I'll push that bit down. Are we ready?
We are.
Oh, look at that.
Yay!
That is incredible. Isn't that brilliant?
So, as I said, it can go up to 5 meters.
Up to 5 meters?
Up to 5 meters. Don't use it on the carpet, obviously. It creates friction, slows it down. Floor, wooden floor, perfect.
So it's fun to use, but I reckon for ornamental purposes, you can store it on the actual track. And can this run along with it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There is a little connection. We just,
So we can detach it?
Yeah, we can detach it, and you just...
So you just attach it to the back, and it can still sit on the track?
This little lever here.
Oh, I see.
And you just attach it.
Well, there we go. And it's all included inside. And it's noticeably heavier than the other kits. And that's because, well, there's more working parts inside. Do you remember how many different parts?
463, was it?
It was. It was around that. It was a lot of parts. And we're going to take some kits together. We're going to move them all around. And 400, was it 400? 443 parts, what we're talking about. We're going to be taking some kits apart. We're going to be delving inside some of these kits as we go on this live hour. If you would like to get this, very, very busy. Imagine that as a gift. It's the packaging. This is for all age groups, 14 and upwards, but again, adult supervision. But there's no glue required. No glue, no scissors. It's just take the bits out of the box, stick them all together, or put them all together, no gluing, and it's all in the instructions. £59.99, brand new to Hochanda today, and that's 668834. We can see it in action again on this video, actually. Now, this just shows you where you might want to put it inside your house. Look at those.
Ah, yes, there's the little details. So the driver gets in. Yeah,
yes.
and now we wind it up.
Yeah.
And you see we're using the elastic bands and mechanics, and it goes.
It's
And
incredible.
you see we attach the tender.
Yes.
We load something in the tender.
A little hatch.
Yay!
The passengers go in there.
I think it's more for like, you know, I don't know, loading
Supplies.
stuff. Yeah, supplies, I
Coal.
would say. Yeah, but we should think about the carriage for like passengers as well, I think.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
But you know, it could be anything, you make it. We'll show you other parts here, so the train platform, obviously that's not included, but these are kits hopefully we'll be getting to you soon here at Hochanda. But it just goes to show what Ugears is all about. We'll talk to you more about that in a second. Now then, if you would like it, it's the train, the tender, and of course the track. £58.79 is the price you pay if you're a Freedom member. Now then, the next one, the value here, honestly, I couldn't believe the price for this one.
And my
It's
favorite
brilliant.
model as well.
Why is this your favourite?
It's just, you know, it's again, mechanics and beauty. It's
Yes.
very cute, especially when it moves, and you'll see it, I'm sure.
We've got a video to show that
Yeah.
in a second, haven't we?
It's just spellbinding.
Yes.
The gear work, and it looks like tender but sturdy.
Yes,
That's
it
why I
really
love
does.
it.
So what have we got included? We've got a track here. So this is the tram.
So yeah, but you can also make a cable car out of it.
Wow.
So both sides of the track, they kind of, you can put them up like
Right.
this.
Okay.
So creating like
Have it on a gradient.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and it can move either as a tram, like that.
Yes.
Or like a cable car.
Well, the choice is yours. Do you know what? It's all included inside here. Beautifully packaged, easy to wrap as well, so it's a lovely present. But to show you it in action, we have got a video for you. But do you know what? We're going to delve through this kit because all the working parts is absolutely fascinating to see. What's inside the actual kit. We're going to be showing you that to you right now. But look, it's £29.99. 514126 is your item number. It's a mechanical model. It's beautiful. If you want to see the working parts, take a look at this video because it just says more than words ever could. It's remarkable to see. There we go. So £29.99 for this. Let's have a look at this video. So then, here we go. It's the model tram. Look at this.
Yeah, as I said. So here we go it on like level, manual
Yes.
level.
And then you can have it on a gradient if you want
Yeah,
to.
absolutely. And you see, it moves like similar to the train.
Yeah.
So we showed you how the train moves. So you see now, tram is very similar. Again, this gear work. But it's more tender, that's why I love it.
I could watch this all the time, and isn't it a fascinating talking piece? It's brilliant.
Absolutely. Can you imagine like it's like static and then you're like, oh yeah, it moves as well.
Yeah, do you
Yeah.
think, oh, it's a lovely model? Ah, you think it's nice, wait till you see this.
And then people are just, you know, speechless for like a minute.
And how long would you say it takes to make that? Just to give us a rough idea.
Okay, this is more complex than the ones we
Yes.
saw before. Not more complex than the train. But I say 3, 4, depending on your
4 hours?
yeah, level
Wow.
of skill.
It's incredible, even if you make it last a month.
Oh.
It's the pleasure, it's not a waste, but it's nice to know just an idea of how long. And
Yeah.
again, it's something all the family can get involved and just sit around and just enjoy it, isn't it?
Oh, I love the sound of it. That's what we are all about, like bringing the family together.
Yes.
Taking them offline.
Yeah, it is. Again, so video names,
Yeah.
which I like. But if it takes them away from the telly, obviously if they're watching Hochanda, leave them right there.
Yeah, you can watch Hochanda and assemble your gears.
Have us on in the background. Why not? Well, it's not the most relaxing, especially when I'm £29.99, 514126, the mechanical tram. Now, we're going to be looking into this kit more often, more so right now, because over 40% of the stock is already gone. So we want to show you this in a little bit more detail. This is one of the most popular options. So, should we delve in? What have we got inside here?
Let's do that. Because, you know, when you open them, that's another like level of pleasure.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, I tear it a bit, doesn't matter.
That's all right.
So, the smell.
Right, so...
That wooden smell.
Joe, it's just natural, isn't it?
I love that smell.
And Joe, the first piece, Joe, it's just so beautifully cut. This is professional.
Yeah, this is like a lot of precision goes into there. So what you have here is these beautiful plywood sheets. And then, as we said, like,
we can have a cocktail party as well. No, there are these cocktail sticks. There is. So these cocktail sticks, these are a very important part of the construction.
Yeah.
And the moving parts, isn't it? Like a pivot.
Totally. Pivot is a nice word.
No, pivot!
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 You remember
the
that
programme.
Yeah, remember that Friends TV series, right? Yeah, you did.
Ross, I love it, I love it.
Me too.
Pivot!
Pivot! If you don't know what we were talking about, just ignore us.
Friends episodes. Other sitcoms are available, but I actually love that episode. Anyway, we digress.
So, yeah, coming back to our beautiful construction kits. So this is what you get inside. There's these beautiful plywood sheets. And then we come to instruction.
Right.
This is so important.
Okay.
Because I think that it is... Will you help me here?
I personally, I certainly can. Okay.
So this is...
it's lovely paper.
I know. And this is beautiful because it's so easy to follow. Like, you see, you have step 1, and you just go and find 1 here.
I see.
And I would recommend, because it's so nice, I will show in a minute, to like pop them from the board. Don't like get carried away. Stick to the instruction because they're all numbered.
That's right, and they're numbered. They're not numbered on the actual parts because, well, it wouldn't look nice when it's made.
No.
So they're numbered near to it. So as you go through each step, pop as you go, not all at once.
That should be our like slogan.
Pop as you go.
Pop as you go.
Pop as you go. Well, there we go. But we'll like Dash said, we'll pop those out in a second. But you don't miss any step out, and I get bored reading.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to read a pamphlet, never mind a book. But this one here, it's just step by step pictorially.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, they're big pictures as well.
Yes.
So you don't need to, like, decipher those, like, and, you know, instructions. They can be, like, so...
Sometimes the picture's too small. Like, you know, when you buy some flat-pack furniture, great, you've missed out on a crucial part.
Yeah, like...
But here, yeah, well, how do I put the door in the wardrobe? It's rubbish. But here, it is step by step. Should we have a look through?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do that.
So you select the numbers and you do it in blocks, in stages.
Absolutely.
Sections. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. And these are like, this looks like a main part, a main cog.
Yeah, there's the gears, and actually the wheels are the same.
Right, yes.
Yeah, so like in the train, wheels are like round, but if you notice in the tram, they're the same gears.
Yes, yes.
They're very cute.
Well,
and the tracks, they're like made for those gears. They're like that.
And well, of course, these designs, you said they're inspired by a very, very famous artist.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you think they like remind you of?
Well, do you know what? For me, I don't want to say, I don't want to list the points. Go on, tell us. Go on.
Okay, Leonardo da Vinci.
Isn't that amazing? You can see that, can't you? Leonardo da Vinci, you really can. Look at Victorian era designs.
Yeah, absolutely, because, you know, all the, like, mechanics, it comes from him. Though the obviously Industrial Revolution was the time when it boomed.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's all started from him.
Really, and it's fantastic, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
He's a clever guy, isn't he? Leonardo da Vinci, legend. But he is, isn't he? He's a remarkable historical figure.
Could he imagine like being mentioned on Hanchanda in like 21st century?
On the shopping channel? No. Do you know what telly's with it? No. It's funny that, isn't it? One day I'm sure I'll be mentioned on a shopping channel.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, he was like, that's why I invent these.
It is, that's why I'll do these, just for telly, for Freeview. What's Freeview? Don't know. But again, with these, let's have a look at the first sheet. So this is absolutely incredible. Look at all those.
Can I point out something? Like,
go on.
Emergency exit.
Right, nice, excellent.
So you need to have an emergency exit from the tram.
You do?
That's why we have an emergency.
But it's that level of detail we're talking about.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Stuff only. I like that. But and let me tilt it on the side because you can get a sense of the quantity, the thickness, the depth. This is plywood. It's not just some MDF that, you know, sometimes you drop MDF, the corner, it's just like, well, it's just brittle. It's not, well, it is natural to a degree, isn't it? But this is natural. This is plywood.
I just love the smell, honestly. And I'm just saying.
It's that new wood smell, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. So should we push some bits out then?
Yeah, let's do
Go on,
that.
I'll hand it back to you.
Shall we start from the first ones? Where? Yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah.
A cog.
Oh, here we go. This
Or
is
do you want that satisfying?
Oh my God, this is so good.
It
honestly.
is. Wow.
Look at that.
We are actually approaching half the stock. Can I have a go? Can I push one out?
Of course you can.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
And it's this engineering that's absolutely... Oh, look at that. It just absolutely falls out so nice and easily.
Absolutely.
And there we go. And there's the cog. It's clever, isn't it? And again, it's just precision detail is what we're talking about. But if you look at the other bits, look at all this, like, designing that. The brain that's gone into behind this.
So
Even just thinking, right, we need a piece like that. I mean, look at the shape, it's so peculiar.
I know, like, how can, you know, come to, like, we need a piece that shape.
You do, I know, it's strange, isn't it?
It reminds me of, like, watchmaking and the mechanism that they're using in safes.
Grandfather clocks, perhaps. Yeah, it is.
So I will tell you that these guys, like the ones you said, like peculiar shape, they're actually here then.
Ah, so this is like one of the first stages.
Yeah.
Look at that, oh, I see. So there's no glue, you slot it together and then you put the cocktail stick through?
Yes.
Wow, look at that. So it's like the pivot, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all in the instructions. So you don't need to like wonder what's the next step or, you know, oh, I'm lost. You know, you can't be, honestly.
Do you know, even if as I spiral around in my hands, you know, it's not like going like that, is it? You know,
no, oh, no.
It's not like that.
No,
but
no.
This is precision. Absolute precision. Do you know, I can watch that. I'm hypnotising myself now.
I know. You're hypnotising me.
Well, it's clever. It's steampunk to style, Victorian era celebrating right there. You know, it could be, why not? It's just there's a little bit of history. Do you know what? I'm going to make myself dizzy in a minute.
You'll make watchers dizzy.
I know. So what's the next thing? Anything else we can pull out?
Oh, well, yeah, we can go through the whole set if you want to.
Push them out.
Yeah, let's push them out and let's see what's the first step.
Yeah.
Shall we do that? Can you open the instructions? So we'll see
can.
while I'm still doing this.
It's just lovely. It's such a smart kid. And, you know, model making, you know, some people may think it's for certain age groups, but for this makes it so easily accessible. You make it so straightforward because of these instructions, but it's the packaging, it's the branding. It's so clever. I mean, it's very, very clever. Now, of course, if you do love crafting, we can add colour. What about if you wanted to add ink and stuff to stain the wood?
I would say assemble them first.
Right, OK, yeah.
Yeah, but go for it.
You don't want to clog up the mechanical side of it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I'm worried about personally, but, like, go for it.
So maybe make it first, and then if it's away from the actual moving parts, like in between the cogs, check a bit of gilding wax, maybe?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
And you can paint...
ink stains?
Yeah, like different gears, different color.
Yes.
And when they move, can you imagine, they will create this amazing
now
colors.
you're talking.
Yay.
As you move it round, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? So let's go back to the first step. So this is the first part.
So what does it say? It says first step, we actually need number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
And I'm talking parts, number 1 and number 2. So here are the...
I hope you're talking parts.
Yeah, I'm talking parts.
So we've got number 2 there. OK.
So this is, and we'll need number 2 later as well.
OK. So you find the number on the piece of wood.
Absolutely. So what does it say? It says keep them like this on the instruction. And it says just use one of these and push them in.
Oh, look at that. And do you know what? I don't have to feel it myself. It looks like the wood is such a tight fit. It's a tight fit. Because you know sometimes when it moves around, that's when you might reach for your glue traditionally.
Yeah, and that's why there is so much work that goes into these, because in order for them to work, we usually need from 2 to 6 months to tweak them when we develop the model. But in order for you to enjoy them the way they are, like working so precisely without any glue, special tools to assemble, nothing, we need to like work hard and, you know, because also the plywood, It's an amazing material, and I'm glad that it's plywood, not plastic or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
We'd have the same thing, would it? But this is what you want to keep out. And I mean, wood's just beautiful anyway. It's natural. It's a lovely looking material, isn't it? Obviously. But with this, I mean, it's something natural and then mechanical all in one project.
Can you imagine that? I mean,
yes, it's lovely. But it makes it very, very special for me. It really, really does.
Yeah, and actually...
That just slots in?
Yeah, that just slots in, and here we go.
Now, we get an idea from this, and this is just the building blocks.
Yes.
So you can do it really quickly if you want to rush through, but really, this maybe a glass of wine, or a glass of whiskey in the evening, perhaps. Oh, very nice. Imagine that. That'd be beautiful. Maybe a cup of coffee in the morning, 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
lovely.
absolutely. Make it a project.
Yes, absolutely.
So
definitely.
do you want to try this? Now what we need to do is just to put this on top.
So you slot it all in together. Okay. Now, I'd probably be sitting down doing this normally.
Yeah,
but
it's a bit awkward doing it standing, but yeah.
But I think this is something the grandfather could do with the grandchildren, nieces, nephews.
Oh,
Look at that. You can see there. I just push it in. Look at that. That is absolute precision. Isn't that nice? And it's a tight fit, and already there's no glue required. And then we put the cocktail stick through, do we?
Yes, we do. And for that, we can do it without the this detail 0, it's called, because we can just push it through. But we might need it just to add it a bit of push.
Yes. Okay.
So here it goes. You see 0.
Yeah.
So this is not part of the tram itself. This is a tool for measurement, for pushing the cocktail stick in, and for just generally a measurement and stuff like that.
Yes, yes.
So don't lose.
But all in the instructions,
one.
it tells you why that's important in the instructions, does it?
Yeah, and it also has 2 different holes, like this one, and one would be bigger, one would be smaller.
Yes.
For uses during the assembly.
I just can't believe how long this must have taken to develop. Clever minds behind this, isn't it? And something with no glue, even if it did take glue, that would be impressive. But to make it without the necessity of any glue or any adhesive, it just slots together. And it moves. It's a sturdy structure as well. And that's the first part.
Look at that. That was really easy.
Well, do you know what? Shall I do a quick recap? What you got? I'll be right back. Let me do a quick recap and I'll be right back. We can see some more. That'd be fantastic.
That's cool.
Thanks, Dasha. Well, there we go. We've got this kit. We've got more kits on the show. We've got that lovely treasure box. But you know what? Rather than me tell you, let's show you. This is what we got on this show. This is Ugears at Hochanda. Well, it's really quite something, isn't it? And we had an email from, I think it was Denise on Facebook. Denise, if you're watching, thank you so much. You said very nice words about me too. Thank you very much. I read it. Thank you very much. It's brilliant. I know Denise, her husband was watching, couldn't resist. So if you're thinking about a present for your other half, guy or girl, obviously both, this is a really, really special present. And when it comes to model making, I think Ugears, for me personally, they've made it for so many different age groups. We're talking about ages 14 years and upwards, but to be honest, there's no glue required, there's no blades, there's no cutting tools required. So with this, I reckon for any age group, but the guideline, 14 years and upwards. And obviously, some fiddly bits, they may need some help. But do you know what? For grandparents, for the grandchildren, for nieces, nephews, something on a rainy Sunday afternoon, maybe you want to get this today. You'll have it in time well before Christmas, and you can make this on Christmas Day after the lunch. Maybe the parents, maybe the relatives are staying for a few days afterwards. All gather around the kitchen table, and you can make something as beautiful like this. Now, if you think that looks incredible, it is. All of this is just natural material, plywood. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? This is the first kit actually that was developed by Ugears. Now then, it's not only one of my favourites, this is your favourite. Over half of the stock has gone. We're almost 35 minutes into the show. This is only the second show of the day we've brought these to you. Isn't that incredible? I'll just release the finger and it finds its own original starting point. Isn't that nice? It just adjusts itself. And I've got to say, the first thing I looked at, I walked up to it and I pressed it. I thought, it's going to be a bit flimsy. What's going on here? But of course, this is plywood. It's so professionally engineered. The physics in this, it feels balanced. It feels like we're touching a well-oiled metal machine. Isn't that nice? Now, inside there, paper clips, you know, it could be a little notepad, perhaps business cards, brilliant idea. Some spare keys. Do you know what? I honestly just think some loose change inside there. This is something you can keep on a table, by your phone, by your front door, and imagine leaving a note for someone, just as they leave. It's a lovely, lovely idea. And if I turn this around, just so you can see, you get a sense of the depth and the size here, even from that angle. Look at this. All of those moving cogs. It's remarkable, and I've used this quite a lot. It's not something that's just going to disintegrate. You know, this is something that is made solid. It's a solid structure out of wood. Isn't that extraordinary? Well, if you'd like to make this home, if you'd like to get this, it's £22.99. £22.99 for the box, the kit, all the instructions. It literally is everything you need. Sometimes I might say you might need to add a crafting knife, you might need to add glue. You don't need any of that. It's just the pieces that have been so professionally engineered, and of course, the full set of comprehensive instructions. Well, there we go. If you like to get this, it's just going to find it the same place. I love this. Here's a video that we can see as well as side looking at this. £22.99. It's 432659. Here we go. This is the mechanical box. It's one of those things that could be passed down from generations, inspired by Leonardo da Vinci. Isn't that something? Lovely Victorian era. If you love your steampunk designs, I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds, or let's say, I think it is around 100 kits now that Ugears have bought. But this is the first show we've ever done. These are the kits we got for you on today, and that is one of the most popular ones. Can you imagine that? Where would you put this? It might be on a chest of drawers. I just think on a mantelpiece. Isn't that smart? But something to get your kids perhaps into model making, into these hobbies, these crafts. What a lovely idea. Now then, they've all got their own wow factor. In a nutshell, they're all quality, no glue required, and these are kinetic models. This one is very, very impressive. Now, this is the mechanical flower. Now, we are approaching half of the stock gone for this one too. A very, very busy hour once again with Ugears. Now, that just looks beautiful. Isn't that intriguing? On a bay window, perhaps, also very practical too. Isn't that beautiful? Now, have a look at this, because if you think that's a wow, wait till what I'm about to show you now. All I need to do, I'll pick it up, keep one hand on the base. I'm going to lift that out of shot for a second. Hold the base, and then I'm going to turn the cog, and then, ready for this? Look at that. Twist it. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? And what's even more incredible, if I turn this round for you, just right there, so there we go. Keep an eye on the centre. You can see all of those moving parts. Look at all those different layers. Layer after layer after layer of just precision, precise engineering. Again, if you want to, within reason, you can decorate it, just some subtle colouring. Obviously, Dasher said recommends making it first, because you don't want to bits of paper, you don't want bits of glue to get in the way. But again, if you are adding colour, maybe some distressings, then why not? But the actual construction, you don't need any adhesive. It's just the instructions and these professionally laser cut pieces of plywood. I can't stop looking at that. Now, look in the middle, the ballerina. You get the ballerina, you get another centrepiece, so it's completely up to you. Once you get this home, you get both in the kit. The other one's a construction for you to put a watch, a bracelet in there, but you could put a couple of rings. You probably put a bracelet over the side as well. A friendship band, perhaps. Isn't that wonderful? If you like this, £26.99, 490-836. And if you'd like to get yours, along with everyone else, lots of other people on the phones now, the number to dial is 01733 602,000. You can shop online at hochanta.com. Now, this is the mechanical flower. Let's show you this video too. £26.99 to make this. It's wonderful. Even on its own, before you look at the mechanics behind this, isn't that intriguing? Such a fascinating piece. A company that started in Ukraine from someone who's just so passionate about model making and thought, how can we take this to the next level? What a clever guy, the design team behind Ugears. Why? Well, I love to meet them. This is impressive technology. Isn't that amazing? We'll get all of these are brand new to Hochanta today. That was the mechanical flower, 490-836. Now then, this is a beast. This is a beast. I never thought I'd say that, I'm telling you. This is absolutely incredible. Now then, you can see on side here, we've got so many working parts, over 400 parts that comes inside there. Let me tilt this forward for you. All the moving parts, look at that. It's incredible. Look at the detail. I mean, it is magnificent, isn't it? They all move, all the parts move. This moves on its own, I'll show you that in a second. Isn't that remarkable? Do you know what, just imagine if you walked in someone's living room, you saw this on the mantelpiece, you're gonna go and have a look, aren't you? Then you can see it actually moves. Speaking of which, we're gonna get this going in a second, but it's the detail. You've got a little hatch door there, moving parts. Right over here, you've got the little ladder. We can push the ladder, you can move it in and out, you can push it, you can keep it stored inside there. You've also got a little door for the driver to go. Isn't that incredible? But the hinge, you know, it's so remarkable. Even the hinge on the door, the engineering, the precision work that's gone into inside there, very, very commendable indeed. Now, you get the actual tray, and this is based on a, well, major part of the Industrial Revolution, a very well-known steam train, you may know the one. So this is a little bit, a piece of history we've got right there. So they've all got their own stories. This is the tender that comes with it. Now, you can have this detached, you can have it connected to the train, and you can store both of them on the actual track. So you get one train, one tender, and you do get the track as well. But look at these, isn't that cute? Look at that. It's amazing, isn't it? I love these. And they've got a little hatch door on the back too. It's all professionally laser cut. It's all new wood. And of course, there's something natural, there's something wonderful about working with a natural material for a very important part of technological innovation back in the day. Bit of history for you too. Now, can I show you it moving? Come on, let's have a look at this, because I learned how you do it. It's very easy, actually. So then, first step, let me show you this. It's all of the instructions, by the way, so you haven't got to worry about remembering what I'm saying. So you just got to hold that into place. You've got to make sure that it's actually locked. There's a little cog inside, so you've got to make sure the tooth is in the gum, if you know what I mean. So that's locked into place, and then you just wind it like that. It's so simple. It's not just going to go like that, because this is now locked and secured into place. Now, I'm not sure how long you have to wind it for. Let's see. Well, that should probably do. There we go. Right, that looks good enough. I might have to run and catch this. But I'm going to put this down there. Now, you can connect the carriage if you wanted to. So all I'm going to do is just connect this. So you've got a little latch, a little release catch here. So there's a little latch on the side. So I'm just going to release this. Are we ready? Now ready to let it go? Look at this. No glue, nothing else required. That is incredible, isn't it? If you like to get yours, it's all of the pieces, over 400 pieces inside there. This is something, well, you can make it in an afternoon. You can make this last month if you want to. 5-10 minutes a day, who knows how long I like to spend making this. But again, it could be with a glass of whiskey in the evening time. It could be maybe with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea in the morning. Isn't that wonderful? Something for all the family to enjoy. Well, if you'd like it, it's brand new to Ho-Chana today. This is very popular, £59.99 for the whole kit. I nearly ran off the side then, that would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? And when you're not moving it, you can just store it. These two connect together. You get the train, you get the tender, and you get this track as well. It stores together, but you can keep it on the track. Where would you put this? Would it be on a windowsill? Would it be on a chest of drawers? In your bedroom, perhaps? Why not? Now, you might have a craft room. You might be filling your room with these soon, because Ugears, they have a lot of kits. I'm sure we'll be seeing lots of them here at Ho-Chana. Anyway, £59.99, 668 834. The packaging is lovely, the branding. It's a traditional, wonderful hobby. For me, they have made it so modern. I think all age groups could appreciate this. If I was given this, wow, I am intrigued. And it's not fiddly bits of glue or tape or pens or anything like that. You don't need any tools required. Just this, the individual pieces, all comes inside this box, and the instructions too. Brand new today. If you're a Freedom member, you pay less money. It's £58.79, 668 834. That's your item number for that, which is a wonderful set. Now that we've also got another kit for you. If you love this kind of complexity, then take a look at this. I love this. I say complexity. It's just a project that takes a little bit longer. I reckon anyone can do this. They're easy to follow instructions, but this is absolutely beautiful. Now then, we've got the steam locomotive train. Let's change the details for you, because we have moved on. We've also got this. So this is the tram. So the tram included inside there is one tram and one track. You could turn it into a cable car if you wanted to. You can have it moving if it's flat, or you can have the actual track on a gradient as well. £23.99 for all of these parts. It's 514126 is your item number. It's brand new to Hochanda today. If you'd like to get yours, 01733 602 2000, but you can get this along with the other kits online at hochanda.com. Now, we have got a video to show you this. It's good to show it because rather than actually show you in person, it looks wonderful on this video. Now then, oh my word, that's jumped up. Over half of the stock has gone. The Ugears, the mechanical tram, 514126. Now again, in this video you'll see moving, it looks striking as a static piece, but this is kinetic. This is mechanical model making, no glue required. I know I keep saying that, but I can't believe it. So look at this. It's very much a Da Vinci inspired piece. It's the cogs, it's the working parts. If you think this is impressive, look at that. Isn't that a quality piece of engineering? And where would you store this? You might have put this in your craft room. If it's a gift, maybe for an uncle, maybe for a niece, a nephew, something you want to get for your son or your daughter to play with a grandmother or grandfather. I think it's a wonderful thing to have, something all the family can get involved with. £29.99, but £29.99 for all of these pieces, for the development, the engineering that's gone into this. What a remarkable price. It's such a lot for your money. It's 514126. If you'd like to get yours, busy for this. Over half the stock gone. Number to dial is 01733 602 2000. But you can get this quickly online at hochanda.com. Now that, Joy, it's a remarkable kit, isn't it? But for those just tuned in, Dasha, how long has Ugears been around for now?
Just over 2 years.
Wow.
Just over 2 years. Yeah, so we started with, started with a startup, sorry.
Yeah.
But this is how we started on Kickstarter, and we were a success.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it. When you've got something so cleverly designed, and it's a brilliant price. I thought, really, it'd be a lot more than this, because the time and effort's gone into it. I can't believe the price, £22.99. This is the mechanical treasure box.
But this is what we are all about, too. We want them to be accessible.
Yes, of course, yes.
Of course, yeah.
Otherwise, there's no point. There's just no point, is there, really?
No.
Now, so we got this. Is this the treasure box we're looking at?
Oh, this is the treasure box, yeah. And the instruction, we can look through it as well.
Okay.
The same as in the tram, all pictures and numbers.
All the picture numbers. So it's, you compile it together with the numbers, don't you?
Yeah.
Honestly. So you start at number 1.
Yeah, so we get number 1, we go to the plywood sheet, find number 1, and just follow.
Look at that. It is clever, isn't it? And by the way, that first part there, is that this in front of us?
It's this one, isn't it?
That?
It is.
Do you mind if I hold that up?
Of course.
Dasha, thank you, because look at this. So step 1, section 1, I'm going to call it, is this. Isn't that clever? And there's no adhesive, there's no glue guns. You just push it all together, and then you put the cocktail stick in last from this.
Do you remember, it was so easy with the tram cog that we assembled? It just, push it in.
Same as that.
And it holds it, and it's pivot.
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 Pivot. Pivot. You know the program.
Yeah.
But you know what? If sometimes when you look at mechanics, think of something that's put together with your hands. If you spin it around, it's like that, isn't it? It's a bit.
Oh yeah.
But look at this. Keep my hands still. That is precision. Absolute precision. This is quality that we're talking about. I've honestly. It's mind-blowing, absolutely mind-blowing. Well, so we've got the instructions here. So they're all pictorial. It's from start to finish.
Absolutely. And it won't let you hanging in midway.
Yes.
Follows to the end. So we have bits here that are actually some steps assembled.
Right, oh, okay.
Like this one as well.
Oh.
Yeah, and we just, you see it's here.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
And it's easy as the previous one as well.
But the shapes and designs, designing this.
Yeah, and it should be precisely this.
Precisely. If it's slightly out, it's going to jam. It's not going to work, is it?
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Well, do you know what? Let's remind you of the actual finished piece, because this is all what we're aiming for. These are just sections. You literally push them together, and the finished result is this. So I'm being delicate with it. You don't have to be. It's it's a sturdy thing.
Yeah, that's what I tell people all the time. Don't don't be afraid to play with them. They are sturdy.
Yeah, they really
And people
are.
are like, they think they're so delicate.
They're not, it's a solid piece of kit. This is wood. It's wood construction. Look at that. Look at this.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that, like now you've seen them for a while. You can see how sturdy they are. So you're not actually afraid to play with them. Because you can,
Well, I'm not afraid at all.
Yeah.
It is really, really sturdy. It's fantastic. And of course, the guy who originally started Ugears, he was a passionate model maker.
Oh, absolutely. And it was all that passion, because the first models he showed at a crafts market, people didn't actually believe in them. They were like, no, we're not interested. And then, sorry guys, but we created something absolutely new. It's a patented invention, and we have fans all over the world.
Wow, so it's patented?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not surprised.
So the way they connect without any glue is a patented invention.
Right, I see. Well, and that is the engineering work that's come to this. It's the thought and time. The prototypes must have gone through to make this. I love that it's in stage. If I just release it here, I wasn't doing anything there. It just finds its own original position. And when I actually press it down, it's in different stages. Then the box lid opens. Look at that. If I let it go, look at that. It just finds its own natural position. It's an incredible piece. It's £22.99 by Ugears. Mechanical treasure box. It's 432659. Now, we've got about 6 minutes on the show, Dasha. Is there anything else you want to show through or go through?
Oh, absolutely. Maybe we can, see these. So we can look inside of the box, which is like full of bits and pieces from the kit now.
Yes.
But can you imagine, you can store all, kinds of small objects there.
Yeah,
and
like loose change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and they're all in one place. And by the way, something that I wanted to point out, the same as in the flower, in the mechanical flower, you can have ballerina or you can have that bracelet holder.
Yes.
The same here, you can choose either to have this one or this one in this box. So they're all in there. So maybe for some reason you don't want this hole. Maybe there are a lot of tiny objects and you don't want them to fall out. So you just take this and put instead of this.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I like that. It's decorative, isn't it?
Like yeah. So it's like we think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they can be actually used. Not, some kids, you assemble them and that's it. Like you had this time assembling, but these actually stay with you and they have a function.
Yes.
They work.
They work. They actually work. Even if they didn't, it's a beautiful looking object. It really is. But,
I know.
Wow, I've got to do it again. These are kinetic. They're moving mechanics. Look at that. It's the mechanics inside there. If I actually turn it on the side as well.
Yeah.
Should we do it from the back actually? Because you can really see all the cogs moving as well.
Let's do that.
Look at that. Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, I love it. I'm not getting tired of them.
No.
They're this is my work, this is my passion, this is my business.
Well, I can tell it's your passion. I really can.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. And you reckon, an afternoon you could make this, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah, you can. But as we said, I would make a project out of it.
Yes, exactly.
A few evenings,
You want to take your time? If something you look forward to, and I find, if I was to do this, I find it relaxing. Maybe it's a good time to unwind, perhaps, because sometimes if you're in a busy job, your head can feel like some of these cogs going wrong. But obviously we can't promise anything, but everyone's different. But I think you might find it relaxing, and if it's been a stressful traffic journey getting home, putting the kids to bed, and then have a bit of quiet time.
Absolutely. What I think also is that projects like these, when you work with your hands, I think that they make you more focused and more relaxed that way.
And it's work with natural materials too, of course.
Oh yeah. So you're not exposed to any glue, to anything actually.
No, nothing at all.
You don't need any glue to make them. So
no, and you can just see actually that's the actual width of the plywood. And why plywood? Because you could have done MDF, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you know why plywood?
Yeah, because first of all, it's a wooden material, and the sources that the plywood comes from are sustainable.
Right,
so,
of course.
yeah, this is why. I mean, I wouldn't like it to be plastic or something like that. It's just the...
Wouldn't have the same effect, would it? Wouldn't have that
No.
same wow factor, I don't think.
And we're talking about, when we see them, we think Victorian era, Industrial Revolution.
Of course, yes.
Like, they didn't have plastic at the time. Yeah.
True, yeah.
So, and they wouldn't look as good in anything else but something which is, of natural source.
Natural source, indeed. It really, really is.
Though, to be honest, I mean, this is a very difficult material to work with because our quality control. Oh my God, it's crazy.
Isn't it just?
Starting from suppliers of plywood, they should be certain suppliers with a certain quality of plywood. And then, again, even from those suppliers, we check every, a batch that we get.
Yes.
Because for this precision, you can't have plywood that has, uneven surfaces and stuff like that.
I see, yes.
Yeah.
So it needs to all be quality wood to begin with.
Absolutely.
But if you want a quality material, you're putting yourself in good stead then for a quality product. Well, if you can imagine this in your house, if you'd like to give this someone on Christmas Day, this is how it arrives, all in this box. It's a lovely looking box as well. The branding, it's just modern. So I think a wide range of age groups, they'll be chuffed with this. Very, very pleased. £22.99. This is brand new today. We are around 70% of the entire stock gone. This is only the second live hour of the day. This is the last live hour with Ugears and the second time ever on Hochanda. It's 432659 is your item number. Well, we've got about a minute left on the show. If someone's just tuned in, why would you say go for this today? What do you love about this particular model?
Particular model, this one,
Yes.
the mechanic, well, it's our first model, I love
Right,
it.
the first one, yeah.
So it's the prototype of all models.
Yes.
And I think, obviously, it's easy to assemble. I think it's easier than a lot of models. But still, you have this, there's a lot of work you'll put into assembling it. You'll still have the pleasure of building it. But it's not as complex as, say, train.
No,
Yeah.
no.
And obviously, as in any model, no glue needed. Everything connects perfectly. So, and I just love these big gears.
Yes, I do. It's chunky, isn't it? You mean business. Well, you got the instructions, all the parts you need is in the kit. You don't need anything else. Just look forward to the journey of making this. Well, Dasha, thanks very much. It's been brilliant having you here at Hochanda. Have a safe journey home. And I'm sure we'll see you very soon. Thank you very much. It's been brilliant.
Thank you.
You still can shop after the hour. We'll be back live at 8 o'clock after the break.
Bye.
So yes, we'll be live at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning, but we're back after the break with some repeats. So you can watch a one-day special again, make your own wheat bags, and then more Sarah's Signature Big Save one-day special. Lots more coming up your way at Hochanda.
Hi, my name is Gary Gazza Ashburn, and you can join me here on Hochanda TV with some fantastic collectibles, memorabilia, and some superb hobbies that are going to get your head turning. So whether you're looking for a signed photograph, maybe of your favourite film star, maybe a sporting icon, possibly something to do with religion, we have it here. So join me on Hochanda.
Hello, my name's Kay, and together with my husband Alfie, we have a little stamp manufacturing company called Indigo Blue. We started off in our garden shed, and now we have a lovely family of people working together to make gorgeous rubber stamps. And now we're actually working with Hochanda, some like-minded people, to really bring all that inspiration to you at home.
Hi, I'm Fiona Clayton from Crafter's Companion. I've been crafting for about 7 years now, having rediscovered my love of a childhood hobby. I'm delighted that I can share with you all my hints, tips and ideas, and here at Hochanda we're going to make sure that you really enjoy your crafting as well. So join me, Fiona Clayton, here on Hochanda. Hi, Hi, I'm Fiona Clayton from Crafters Companion. I've been crafting for about 7 years now, having rediscovered my love of a childhood hobby. I'm delighted that I can share with you all my hints, tips and ideas, and here at Hochanda we're going to make sure that you really enjoy your crafting as well. So join me, Fiona Clayton, here on Hochanda.